Now this here I call the personal funnel. What this is, okay, it's basically, it starts with you in the center. Okay, so you have you in the center. And if I want you to think of like a sink, an empty sink, and you turn the water on. And if you turn that water on in an empty sink, the water trickles down the funnel. You know, from the top, it goes down the sink. Now, if that sink is actually full, and you pull that drain, that water flows down that tunnel, right? It flows. It causes like a little tornado, right? It's like a vortex, and it flies down that thing, right? So now, the goal in life, in business, in real estate, as a real estate agent, as a broker, as anything, a mortgage guy, there's a mortgage guy here somewhere, anything you do, you want to keep that sink full of water, okay? And some people talk about referrals and leads and different things like that, and lead sources. I mean, I spend tons of money on leads to fill the water in my funnel. But what you have to do is really connect with people. I'm not sure if you guys saw some of the disc profiling and the stuff on the video before Dragon came up. But a lot of the things you need to do in business, the first thing you do is you need to connect with people. Okay, so what I have over here on this side of the diagram is connecting. Connecting is the most important thing you can do. You don't focus on the money. You don't focus on the deal. I'm going to relate this to real estate, of course, because that's what we're doing here. The way you connect with people is you be with them. When I call somebody up that can't stand realtors because they just got their house taken off the market and 50 of them called them, and they're telling them when you're going to hire the right realtor because they read the same scripts that are out there for 40 freaking years, or they get on there and they're so unsure of themselves and they're scared. Calling people on the phone is the scariest thing in the world. I can't stand it, but I do it every day and I make money. I hate it every day. I can't sit here and say I love picking up the phone and talking to strange people. I pick up the phone and I talk to the first one. I'm like, why do I hate this? Because I'm helping them, and I'm going to explain to you how in a minute. So I want you to write something down, and you guys can take a look at this later. I have a program that I designed, and I did seminars. It's called The Psychology of a Cold Call. You guys can go to that website. I give it free. I don't charge for it. It's a seminar I used to charge for and I used to do, but it's called The Psychology of a Cold Call. And what it does is, you have people out there that need to sell their house. I have 400 leads today that came in on my system, okay? I can call 400 people now when I go back to the office. When I call these people, they're angry, they're aggravated, they're frustrated. They don't want to talk to me. First of all, they don't know me. Who's a realtor in here? You're all realtors, right? Okay. Now, what's the difference between a realtor that sells 0 properties and a guy that closes 100 deals, or a woman that closes 100 deals? What's the difference? No, that's true, of course. The difference is what they do with their time in between. What you do from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The guy doing 100 deals, I know people that do 100 deals that can't have a conversation with you because they're so like introverted. And you're like, how the hell does this guy do 100 deals? You know why? He has systems. He gets up 7 o'clock in the morning. He gets on the phone at 8 o'clock in the morning. He knows his system to talk to people, connect with people, and get a deal done. He knows that so strongly, he just connects and puts deals together. And he has that system. Now, what happens is, take him out on a Friday night, the guy don't know how to talk to a girl. I'm like, dude, really? I'm like, you got a Ferrari? I'm like, give me the keys, I'll show you. You know, I joke with him, you know, I'm like, come on. And I'm like a high D personality, and he's like a C personality, so we're like opposites, really. We kind of butt heads if we didn't know that. So I wouldn't even hang out with him if I didn't know that, because I know his heart's good, he's a great guy, but he kind of, you know. So anyway, I'm just trying to show you an example. So it starts with connecting. Now, the connection part of it starts with the disc profiling. If you know somebody's a D or an I or an S or a C, you know how to talk to them. If I'm talking to a C personality, now C personality is like an accountant, okay, someone who's very meticulous, an architect. See, I'm a high D, high I. If I build a bridge, I'm gonna get across it, it's gonna fall. I'll worry about it later when I come back. This guy, when he builds the bridge, it was supposed to be done Tuesday, he don't get done to Friday, but that bridge will stay there for a million years. Now see, when you're talking to somebody on that level, and I'm a D, I would scare the hell out of that guy. Like that guy would be like, whoa. I know I gotta slow down, and I gotta speak to him in his language. The minute you know how to do that, the minute you know how to take that mindset and become that, is the minute you can sell anybody anything and connect to them.